The fatigue is really setting in when even the normies are experiencing it. Americans' perception of discrimination against basketball Americans dropped in the last 4 years. Yeah, when they look out and they're being told there's discrimination, but all they see is privilege, there's only so much you can lie before people start noticing. A new poll shows skepticism about DEI programs, with many saying initiatives don't make a difference. Oh, they make a difference. They harm other groups. A new report shows that slightly less than half of U.S. adults believe that basketball Americans and Hispanic people face a great deal or quite a bit of discrimination in the U.S. According to the Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs research poll, the number of people saying Asian people and basketball Americans are experiencing discrimination has dropped since the last time the survey was conducted in April of current year, -4. 4 in 10 say that basketball Americans and Hispanics face quite a bit or a great deal. 3 in 10 say the same about Asian people. About 1 in 10 say it about white people, according to the report. This is actually a pretty good poll to gauge like the percentage of the country that are sheep versus those that are noticing. You don't want to notice too open, though, because noticing is illegal. The previous Associated Press NORC poll was conducted a year after the overdose of George Kirby, when riots occurred all across the country, calling for, an end to the police in general, not just any perceived racism. The last survey showed that 61% of U.S. adults said there's a great deal or quite a bit of discrimination. No, that is 100% sheep. Like, they get all of their news from the lying fake news media, so of course they would feel that way. That's why things have to get so bad for even the normies to look at reality and start questioning what they're being told on the media. Wait a minute, that's not what the talking heads in the box told me. What's going on? Oh, well, I should believe them and not my lying eyes. A new survey also noted that while many groups experience discrimination, the report showed skepticism that DEI programs are effective at mitigating discrimination. No, DEI programs, all they do is create discrimination against other groups. That's it. So if your idea of mitigating discrimination is discriminating against the other side, like answering past discrimination with present discrimination, I guess. But all you're doing is giving the other side an excuse to do it back to you later. Many say DEI programs do not make a difference, and roughly 3 in 10 think DEI initiatives increase discrimination against most racial and ethnic groups, including white people. Yeah, so DEI programs openly create discrimination against white people. And as a result of that, it causes everyone else to start noticing and maybe actually start discriminating against the other groups. Where about a third feel DEI efforts are reducing discrimination against women, Hispanic people, and Asian people, while 4 in 10 say the same about basketball Americans. The Philadelphia Tribune interviewed Americans to get their reactions to the latest poll. Well, I doubt you're going to get anyone telling you their honest beliefs, especially if they could be doxxed. Claudine Brider, a 48-year-old Black Democrat in Compton, I wonder what her opinion's going to be, told the Tribune that the concept of DEI has made the workplace difficult for Black people and women in new ways. Now, that's actually a very good take right there. This is what we've been warning about as well, isn't it? That after like a decade of DEI hiring, no one's ever going to take a basketball American or a women's in the workforce seriously. They're just going to assume that they are unqualified DEI hires until they prove otherwise. This is actually a very good take. This is 100% true. Anytime they're in a space and they're not expected to be, like seeing a Black girl on an engineering course, they're seen as only getting there because of those factors. It's all negated by someone saying you're only here to meet a quota. Exactly. So now if you're one of those people that earned your position, you're constantly having to prove yourself to everyone around you because everyone by default just assumes you're another DEI hire. So this has made the work of the actual qualified people so much harder. Gilbert, Arizona resident Pete Parra said DEI is making things harder for racial minorities now. He's worried about how his 2 adult Hispanic sons will be treated when they apply for work. I'm not saying automatically just give it to my sons, Parra said, who leans towards the Democratic Party, of course. But he's concerned. How that now factors other than merit might take priority. That's literally what DEI is, though. DEI takes factors other than merit and makes them priority. And now you're mad that it's going to go the other way? So you want it when it benefits you, but when it doesn't benefit you, you want to get rid of it. I mean, I understand. I mean, it is all just self-preservation. You're going for your own self-interest. But you can't play the victim anymore when you pull this. If they get passed over for something he said, they're not going to know why. Just assume it's because they were less qualified. Many proponents of DEI argue that the effect corrects historical injustice and systemic inequalities or inequities. However, conservatives say that it promotes division instead. And that is objectively true. You can see it everywhere. People who used to be sympathetic towards various groups are now actively opposed to them. This has created radicals, now leading DEI initiatives to face opposition from conservative groups in state legislatures across the U.S. Yeah, they need to be ended as soon as possible. The longer they're allowed to persist, the more divided the country will get. But the fact that even the normies are starting to catch on, that's a pretty good white pill, if you ask me. If even the normies are noticing, despite the brainwashing from the legacy fake news media, you know it's getting bad. But yeah, like seriously, I really do feel sorry for the people that actually earned their way into these positions on merit. And now everyone just assumes they're a quota hire, a DEI hire. I guess it's no big deal if you've been on the team for a while and everyone else knows you're good. But if you're the new guy, oh, good luck getting someone to even give you a chance. They'll probably just give you all the tedious tasks just to keep you out of the way. All I'm going to say is I'm interested to see what happens when the pendulum goes back the other way, because it was pulled so far in one direction for so long. The blowback is going to be equally hard and long. I can't wait.